like the sound of something I'm talking about, you don't have to listen to it, you know. Whereas if you do, you can just click on the link in the swimsuit area and check it out. Very simple, and it's a lot of fun. I like finding stuff for you guys. So my first song this week is from a post-hardcore band called Glassjaw, and the song is called Ape Dos Mil, and it comes from their second album, Worship and Tribute. This is the song that introduced me to Glassjaw, and I still absolutely love this song. It's just got these really kind of, I don't know, intoxicating guitar tones. It's more sort of slowed down and more kind of tender for a Glassjaw song in comparison to a lot of their other stuff. Sorry, I think it's a dog barking. Yeah, it's more kind of slowed down and more focused, but I like it in the sense that you can really hear the enchantment in lead singer Daryl Palumbo's voice. He just has, I don't know, just his really sort of magical way to his voice, and there's some birds, and it's like the bloody Wildlife Channel. Oh, shut up, big dirty seagulls. I'm sorry, I'm getting off point. Yeah, he has a real sort of enchantment to his voice, and he makes the melodies in the song just flow really, really well. Yeah, it's a favourite song of mine, and has been for years, and I always enjoy hearing it. My God, there's a lot of seagulls out today, even. Don't even know what time of day it is. Welcome to my mornings, where confusion is king. The second track I want to recommend for this week's Monday Mix is called The Pledge, and it is by a southern rapper by the name of Jay Electronica. Now this is like a perfect example of hip-hop for people who don't like hip-hop. Basically, The Pledge is a 9-minute song, and it is made entirely of music from the soundtrack to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, the Michel Gondry film with Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey, which I would highly recommend if you've never seen. It's one of my favourite films, actually. But yeah, he takes a lot of the soundtrack and just kind of chops it open. No drums, just him and samples of that soundtrack, and him just kind of dropping these really intricate, well thought out verses, and it really is just a brilliant piece of music. And it's kind of, it's broken up, it's very experimental, particularly for hip hop, to do something of that nature. And it's littered with like samples from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the Gene Wilder film, for some reason, but it works so well. It's kind of magical in a weird way. I've used that word a lot, but yeah, I don't know how else to explain it, so yeah. My third track is from a, I don't even know how I would explain his kind of music, because it incorporates so many different styles. But he is a beat maker by the name of Flying Lotus, and he is a relative of the legend that is John Coltrane. And his music style is really diverse. I mean, he has like a signature sound, but oh my word, I do apologise for the seagulls. They have just been so bloody noisy. I don't know why. It's kind of raining outside. What was I saying? Yeah, he's very experimental in the sounds he uses. are there'll be a lot of you that won't like it, but then again, there's chances that a lot of people will, so, you know, you can only try it and see.